Hi, my name's Kaya. I'm doing Classical Civilization A-Level, and today I'm going to be looking at the Odyssey, Homer's Odyssey, and disguise. It's like a main theme. So that's what we're looking at today. And thank you to everybody in my class. I am taking all the credit for your notes. We had to make wikis, like little mini Wikipedia pages, and put them on our college website, so you know about it. So I'm basically reading all of your guys' stuff out. I did do something, so that's okay. And so we're going to look at disguise in the Odyssey, and it plays a really important role throughout the Odyssey. If you've read it, which you should have done, there's both evidence for physical disguise and metaphorical disguise. Characters may disguise not only the way they look or who they really are, but some can manipulate the way other people perceive them. Look at them. Oh, by the way, the hat, if you watched my last video about fate and stuff, my hair looks awful today, so I've got a hat on. You've probably seen the previous two videos prior to that how awful my hair looks, because if you live in England, what's the date today? 25th of April, you know how awful and vile and rainy it is. So it's just ruined my hair today. So hat. What is that? God, skateboarder. Yeah, I actually fall off skateboard. Okay, we're going to start with disguise, practice disguise. I'm going to look at Athena, or Athene. She's spelled Athene in here, but my teacher says Athena. Anyway, so the funny thing about Athena is she disguises herself mainly to help Odysseus and Telemachus and Penelope, but she also shows evidence in places she does it for a laugh. She does it for her own amusement, and being able to pretend she's different people all throughout the epic poem. It's a great laugh to her. She loves it. But then if I turn into a bird, I think I would love it. If I turn into mentor, I think I'd be like, yeah, I'm mentor. Maybe a laugh. Oh, that's what I'm thinking about all this movies I could turn into. Anyway, so let's look at it. First of all, she disguises herself. Well, not first of all, second of all. She disguises herself as Telemachus. When we first introduced herself, she's come to the house, obviously, and disguised then. He's believed her, and he's like, oh, you're an old family friend. But then after she's told him to go and leave the house and go and look for her dad, go on a journey, go find out stuff. Because all he's doing is sitting in the house crying. He's sitting in the house being like, oh, I wonder when my dad will come back. The first time we see him, he's sitting at a table contemplating on what his father would do if he was there. Oh, I'm a pathetic person. He's like 20 now. Kick all the suitors out, Telemachus. Anyway, so she comes back, gives him an earful. He doesn't really know. She does it in a nice way. And then she disguises herself as him when he's sleeping. And she helps him gain heroism. And she prays around Ithaca, trying to gather men to help Telemachus on his ship, praying for his voyage. The suitors have set him on. Their fault, really. So they've set him on it. Yeah, so nice, I was thinking. In multiple stages in the Odyssey, she turns into birds, vultures, swallows, she likes birds, to reveal she's a god or an omen. Like after she's finished talking to Telemachus, she flies out the window as a bird. So she spent all that time disguising herself, and then she's like, oh, a bird, flies off. So she like turned into mentor, demonstrating she enjoys the ability, and he's apparently supposed to be a family friend, and then she turns into a bird and flies out the window. In book 5, she's lovely. She calms winds and guides Odysseus' raft without revealing herself, even though she's doing it. So it's always disguised. She's just being quite secretive. She disguises herself as Demas, Nausicaa's friend, to ensure Odysseus' safety in the book of Nausicaa. That's nice. And in book 7, she doesn't only disguise herself as a young girl to walk through the palace of Alcinous, but also disguises Odysseus in a cloud of thick mist to stop the townspeople noticing him. She is a nice lady. She also disguises herself a bit more when she goes to Telemachus and stuff. Throughout the book, really. But you've got to go and look back and do that. I'm not doing it all for you. You've got to go and look back and have a look. Make a mind map or stuff. So apart from Athena, there's loads of other people. There's Odysseus. He's disguised. At the beginning of the epic poem, in the poem, no one even mentions his name, so that's a bit like disguise. So they're like, oh, that man, oh yeah. He disguised all of his mates as a wooden horse, as a Trojan horse, to gain victory. That was good. We all know from the start he was a hero. Back to book 6, all we see is this cunning but less manly, we say to him when we see him. He's sitting on a beach crying. So yeah, after a trip to Hades, mainly in Slovakia, he refuses to tell people his true identity, probably because he's ashamed of his crimes and is ashamed that he used to be like brilliant and now he's a bit of a wimp. So he doesn't tell anyone. He does tell them actually, when he's doing those games competing for Nausicaa. At the end he's like, oh yeah, I actually am Odysseus, after he like won everything, because then he looks good. He wouldn't tell them before. He was just like, oh, I'm a man, I have come a very long way. Sorry, he wasn't Indian, I don't know, I did that. Hello, I'm a man, I've come a very long way. And at the end he's like, oh, I will tell you I'm Odysseus. And they were like, oh, Odysseus. If you told them before, they'd be like, oh, Odysseus, very nice. Oh, he's pathetic now. Should we ask him to go? Oh, yeah, so he knows what he's doing. He's cunning. He doesn't tell the Cyclops his own identity, but we think that's for good. But then he's idiot, and he's like, I am Odysseus, you know my name, when he's sailing away, which basically kills everyone. So you're cunning, Odysseus, but you're also a bit of a div. Well, yeah, when he returns to Ithaca, he's disguised as a beggar, so no one notices him. He has a fight, so he does get noticed, but yeah. Who else have we got? Let's look at Penelope and disguise. Kind of disguise. Like women's roles are seen to loom and weave. So in the like past times, right now I won't be doing this. We won't have a computer anyway, but I'll be looming and weaving, which to be honest would be a bit more fun than revising, because I could like loom and weave nice stuff. Anyway, Penelope uses this to her advantage when she portrays herself as weak. So she's disguised as a weak person. But she shows that she's really cunning when she like unstitches her weave like every night. So she's supposed to go up and weave, but she's like unstitching it secretly. Of course she gets one of her stupid slaves tells on her, so she's forced to finish it. But up and then we're like, oh yes, Penelope. The suitors, I'm not quite sure what they meant by this. The person that did this wiki have written down kindly speeches on their lives, evil and brewing in their hearts. I guess that means that they're really evil and stuff inside, but maybe like when they're having that big debate. I think it was the debate in Ithaca, the bit where Civilisations goes and talks. Maybe they say kindly speeches about their lives. The last one is Calypso. She is immortal, and for hundreds of years she's disguised as a beautiful young lady, but she's actually really old, and if she didn't have that disguise, she'd look like an old hag. She obviously has feelings for Odysseus and to keep him stranded on the island for that long, but when she leaves she doesn't admit her feelings to him. She's like, if you must, and that shows her reluctance to let Odysseus leave, but she knows she has to, which is quite sad. So she's disguising her feelings, and she also convinces Odysseus it was her choice to let him leave, but it wasn't. It was orders from Hermes sent by Athena to let him leave. But yeah, she disguised that fact too. So this is supposed to be a short verse, but this is quite a long thing on disguise in the Odyssey. Good luck in your classical civilizations exams. See you later.